Derek, it used to be that no player who played for Calgary would want to play for Edmonton. You grew up in, I guess in Alberta, at least you went to college here. So what do you think about that? Back in the days, no player would ever play for the other team.
I feel like it's happened more and more recently. I don't know, I don't have a number how many guys have played for both teams, but it seems to be more of a common occurrence nowadays. Yeah, a little different for me because I went to school here, a bit of a coming home, bit of a second home for me here in Edmonton in terms of where I spent 4 years at university and a lot of great memories and great friends and second family here. So, yeah, I'm excited to be on this half.
Is it because there's not the brawling that there used to be, perhaps, where you just hate the player on the other team?
Yeah, it might be a little bit of that for sure. It's definitely a little more, I guess a little less gritty and fighting, but I don't know. We've seen quite a bit of that over the last couple seasons too. So I don't know. I think at the end of the day, we're hockey players and we're going out there trying to do our jobs, and you might have a little enmity between you and the other guy on the other team, but at the end of the day, we're humans and we respect each other and we're just trying to do our jobs.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, Derek. So Cassian comes back tonight. I know you, Fogel, and Cassian work together a lot, and I also know lines change. But with Cassian coming back, what element does he bring, and what's going to make you guys work as a line?
I think we all know what Cass brings to the lineup. I think he's a great player and a great addition to our line. He brings physicality, some underrated skill for sure, holding on to pucks in the O zone, making plays. I think he brings some leadership to our line too, talking on the bench, discussing different things that happen on the ice, things we can do differently. And yeah, I think we're just going to be a hard forechecking, hard-working line that likes to play in the O zone and try and create offense from there. And I think Cass is a big part of that.
All right, so from your sort of half season last year playing under Daryl Sutter, I mean, he's known for the whole 3-2 league thing and having that certain style. How do you sum up the style you have to play against tonight then?
Yeah, I think Daryl's a great coach, and I think he's a great fit for that side for sure. He requires you to play a hard game. They're going to be a hard forechecking team. I guarantee you they come out tonight, trying to put pucks behind our D, make our D turn, and trying to spend time in the O zone. And in order to counter that, I think we need to get hold-ups, make sure they can't get in on the forecheck as quickly as they want to. And then it's about making plays, making those small little share passes and getting out of our D zone as quickly as possible, because that's where they're gonna try and pin us in there.
Hi, Derek. A lot is made about not having fans last year and the difference they now is in this series. Is that kind of one where you really miss the juice of having a crowd inside the building, Edmonton, Calgary? Yeah,
for sure. I think it was applicable to every game. It's a lot different without fans in the building, but the Battle of Alberta just we feed off of the energy of the fans, the energy of the city. Just driving to the rink and you see people, they're fired up. And when you get to the rink and you get on the ice, it just becomes tenfold. So I think it's definitely amplified in that regard, and it's a welcome sight to have fans back in the building.
Because even though you guys played 9 or 10 times last year, it was fairly tame considering how it's been in the past. Is that kind of maybe a byproduct of just doing it in an empty rink?
Yeah, for sure, a byproduct of that, and then just playing so many times against each other, it became maybe a little redundant. I don't know, just speaking personally, but I thought it became a little bit too much where you're playing a team 10 times. It's hard to have that same fire every single game. So I think it'll be better this year. I think we only play 4 times and fans in the building, so that's a recipe for success.
Derek, in my limited knowledge of you, I recall you not being the most verbose guy on the ice. You've already played the Flames. Has anybody had a little bit of fun with you out there, chirping you a little over the course of the games? Are there a couple guys that you've got your eye on that might be perhaps exchanging some thoughts with you out there?
Yeah, it was kind of nice, to be honest, to play him in this preseason a little bit and have that, I don't know about chirping, but just that smile on the ice. I've got a bunch of friends over there, played there for 3 years, and a lot of great guys over there. So it's fun to get that kind of out of the way in the preseason, and now come regular season, we can just get down to business, and there'll still be a smile, a smirk, and a comment every now and then, but we can kind of move on. And yeah, there's been a couple guys, I won't name any names, but I have a lot of good friends over there. So it's now it's about moving on and playing for the Edmonton Oilers now and doing my job here.